During the final years of the Great Crusade, the once mighty Space Marine legions found themselves scattered across the galaxy. Many were reduced in size, tasked with garrison duties rather than vast campaigns of conquest. Their trusted suits of Mark II and Mark III armor, produced on Mars, were beginning to show their age, breaking down after decades of unrelenting war. To meet this need, the forges of the Adeptus Mechanicus unveiled a new design, the Mark IV, also known as the Imperial Maximus suit. This new pattern represented a major step forward in both design and practicality. The most noticeable change was the armor plating itself. The older style of overlapping plates was replaced with larger, more rigid casings. These incorporate the flexible joints used in Mark III armor, which slightly reduced mobility, but made the Mark IV far easier to produce, maintain, and repair. Advances in technology from newly conquered worlds were also fed into the design. The Mark IV offered lighter weight, improved protection, and more efficient power distribution. Its cabling system was reworked, with key power lines relocated and better armored, reducing vulnerability in battle. The helmet too was completely redesigned, sleek, elegant, and clearly inspired by the sweeping lines of the Mark III's distinctive helm. The Mark IV was intended to be the ultimate Space Marine battle plate, adaptable, resilient, and effective in any theater of war. Soon Martian factories shifted en masse towards production, rearming many of the Emperor's legions. But not all Mark IV suits were identical. Many legions in later chapters customized their armor, producing unique sub-variants suited to their doctrines, cultures, and battlefields. For example, the Thousand Sons developed the Achaean pattern, forged on Prospero and reserved for their most honored veterans. The World Eaters fielded the Kader Renaissance pattern, worn by the infamous Kader Shock Assault Squads, known to their enemies as the Butchers. The Ultramarines introduced the Praetor pattern, produced an Ultramar to equip their newly raised chapters. The Alpha Legion created the Seeker pattern, favored by their covert Headhunter units. And lastly, the Blood Angels developed multiple helm variants, including the Hanael pattern and the Capharal pattern, both unique to their legion. Some legions became particularly associated with the Mark IV. The Sons of Horus and the Emperor's Children, for example, were issued vast stockpiles of the armor in the years leading up to the Iswan treachery. This was no coincidence. As War Master, Horus had authority over the distribution of war material, and he deliberately steered the most advanced suits towards the legions he knew would join him in rebellion. The Ward Bearers, Night Lords, and Alpha Legion likewise received extensive reserves of Mark IV, ensuring the traitor hosts were equipped with the best war gear the Imperium could provide on the eve of their betrayal. However, the sheer devastation of the heresy consumed even these enormous supplies. Over time, the Mark IV was gradually replaced by newer marks of armor. Still, its legacy endured. The Thousand Sons are a special case. They appear to have adopted the Mark IV later than many legions, and after the rubric of Ahriman, their surviving warriors, now the rubric Marines, were almost universally clad in ornate Mark IV suits. To this day, the armor is nearly synonymous with the Sons of Magnus, and on the Loyalist side a millennia later, relics of Mark IV can still be found in service. Chapters such as the Red Scorpions are known to maintain it in large numbers, as seen during the Siege of Rax and the Badab War. The Mark IV Maximus armor may have been eclipsed by later designs, but its elegance, versatility, and storied history have secured its place as one of the most iconic patterns of power armor ever worn by the Adeptus Astartes. Thank you for watching. Please leave a like and subscribe.